iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ iṣẹ́ okòwò ni ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́ a máa jalè oko dídá.
About identification of the sex, like I earlier showed you one. This is another English spotted. This one is a little bit, the color is a little bit different from the first one, but they still the same English spotted. Now this is male. How do you know? Though this is a grower type, it was already having the scrotum, but you hold them tight and you see the pointed, this is the genital and is showing a pointed mouth. That is the penis. So this shows this one is male. I will show us a younger type that is not up to this age so that we can identify them at a younger age. This also is a New Zealand red. We call it New Zealand red. Some comes in white, but this is brown. But we call it New Zealand red. Let's continue about the identification of sex. Now, in case you are interested in getting kittens like winners, these ones are just 4 weeks, 2 days old. So we want to identify their sex so that we will be familiar with the identification. So this one, you handle them by carrying their ear with the back. Yes. Then you examine the genital. This one is giving us V shape. This is the anus and this is the vagina. So it's the V shape. This is female. This one is female. This is female. So the second one, we want to identify the male. In this case, like you see the genital now is giving us, that shows us is a male. So this one is a male. That's a male. So now getting bonies, because at times we call the little rabbits kittens or bonies. Some call them bonies. So it's advisable. At times some like to get them at the winner stage so that you'll be familiar with them, you study them as you raise them. While some choose to get them at the grower stage, maybe at week, let's say 12 weeks or 18 weeks. So while also demand for pregnant doe to start up with. So it depends on choice. Depends on choice. Here we'll be talking about the reproduction. Reproduction in rabbits very fast because the gestation period is just within 30 to 31 days. And before then, a mature doe or dog will be around, buck will be around 5 to 6 months. Normally, the male should be up to 6 months, 5 to 6 months before you use them for reproduction. Also the female, because one, it will enable them to have a standard body, at least that will weigh up to 2.3 to 2.5 kg. So when the body mass is around that, you can introduce them to male for crossing. And there is a particular thing you look at. Look at the viva, and whenever it's pinkish or reddish, this shows that the female is ready for reproduction or for crossing or for mating. So because some people do say rabbit doesn't have heat, but studies over the time had let us realize that they have heat too. So during this period, you introduce the doe to the buck for crossing, and when it's ready, you see the buck will climb over the doe, and immediately it will perform the mating, and it will be as if the male, which is the buck, fall from the female. So the male will fall from the female, though not all time that makes it a true crossing or mating. But what will make us to be fully identify that a particular doe has been crossed after, let's say, after a week, after 7 days or 10 days, if you introduce such doe to buck, she will be groaning, will not allow the male to climb. This is an identification that the doe is already pregnant, and also we can pipette through the tummy, probably in 2 weeks at day 14 can pipette. So, and if there is assurance of pregnancy, so that means in the next 30 to 31 days you'll be expecting kittens from the doe. So these are the reproductive system, and we always experience like 6 to 7, 9. In fact, one of our dogs recently gave back to 12 kittens at kidney. So it's their production goes from 6 to 12, 6 to 12 at a pregnancy, at a gestation.
ọ̀gá lẹ́sìn bó dọ̀rọ̀ eré sísá àgbẹ̀lagbà nínú iṣẹ́ ìṣẹ̀ǹbáyé tá ń jẹ́ gbéná wojú.